So first of all, thank you so much everyone for coming today. I know you must be very tired. It's the second day of BSides Edmonton. Speaking of BSides Edmonton, this is actually my second time here. The first time I got to know this conference is because I think last June on social media, I just saw, okay, Michael Spaulding gonna speaking here. Oh, I was thinking, okay, cool. I must show up. I'm gonna attend his talk. This is how I get to know BSides. At that time, I wasn't aware BSides is such a global conference. So thanks to him, I got to know this conference. Also, thank you for BSides committee. I think they are doing really a great job, and especially Christelle. I think she travels from Calgary, and she was helping during this weekend as well. She's amazing at planning and organizing. So today my talk is mainly about my master's capstone, supervised by Michael Spaulding, just standing over there. He's my mentor, instructor. I also used to work for him as well. Okay, today I will walk you through how I approach this topic with limited knowledge and to finally find a way to invade EDR. It's about Cisco's product. So before our talk, does anyone in this room work for Cisco? No? No? Great. Okay, cool. Which means I can be a little bit honest during my presentation. So who am I? I'm currently working as a penetration tester with SecuredNet. I just graduated from University of Alberta this summer. During my capstone research, I found a bug in Cisco's EDR. So I got my bug ID, and I'm actively involved in women's cybersecurity. Got a bunch of certifications, but not listed here. This is today's agenda. So first, why endpoints matter? We all know endpoints matter, otherwise none of us would be sitting in this room, so I'll skip it. Second, how EDR works. So this is a high-level picture of the EDR systems. In the center, we have the EDR server, which serves as the backbone of the entire architecture. It manages the EDR agents deployed on these endpoints, such as mobile phone, laptop, tablet, coordinating the collection, analysis, and processing of data. This data also called telemetry, which are further forwarded to the main EDR server for analysis. The EDR server has a threat database, which holds the updated information about cyber threats, such as indicator of compromises, malware patterns, and it also use machine learning for advanced behavioral analysis. So, I just want to mention as well, the threat database also actively pulls the threat intel feeds from the cloud, and it also provides a web GUI for the administrators to monitor everything. So we have cloud-side component and client-side components. This is a EDR critical component. We have telemetry, sensor, EDR agent. So telemetry, every action on the system will generate some form of action, so from opening a file to creating a new process. These are all raw data generated by these endpoints, and it's further sent to the EDR agent. The sensor actively collects these activities, such as, we mentioned opening a new file, creating a new process, and transmit to the EDR agent for analysis. The EDR agent here serves as a middle manager. it gathers the telemetry from its virus sensors and then forward the telemetry to the main server for advanced behavioral analysis. So the relationship between these three components can be concluded as the EDR sensors, the EDR agent handles the telemetry collected by its virus sensors. The EDR agent can perform three actions. It can log, block, or deceive. Deceive means the EDR agent tricks the malware, think, oh, it's working, but in reality, it was being monitored and stopped. As we mentioned earlier, if we combine everything together, the EDR agent deployed on these endpoints handles the telemetry from its virus sensors. We have network sensor, kernel sensor, DLL hook sensor, and file system external storage sensor. And then the middle manager EDR agent will forward all the telemetry to the EDR main server for advanced analysis. We have two types of detections. So we have brittle detection and robust detection. So brittle detections are designed to catch specific artifacts, such as a simple string or hash-based signature that match known malware. They are very reliable and fast for what they are designed for, but they are also very fragile because signature-based detections are easily to be invaded. And we also have robust detections. Robust detections focus on behaviors rather than fixed strings or exact fingerprints. They are often backed by machine learning models trained for the environment. So to sum it up, brittle detections are fast but easy to invade, while the robust detections are harder to fool because they focus on patterns of the malware rather than exact fingerprints. There are some key features of the EDRs: real-time monitoring, visibility, instant investigation, forensics, integration with threat intel, machine learning, and behavioral analysis. So let's talk about bypass techniques. So first, we can modify malware. This is mainly used against signature-based detection. The idea is simple. If a detection relies on a specific hash or signature, even a small change of the code will completely change the hash value. This is why brittle detections are considered fragile. So the malware here is functionally the same, but to the EDR, it looks brand new. Second, we can obfuscate our malware. We make it look so confusing and unreadable so that the EDR systems can't recognize what it really is. Think of like attackers showing up your house disguised as your friends, and you let them in, but they are not who you think they are. And third, we can disable the endpoint tools with escalated privileges. And finally, LLL. No, I don't mean laugh out loud, I mean living off the land. We can leverage some built-in tools trusted by these systems, which is great so that we can conduct some malicious activities. So first, I was thinking about what if I just kill the process, since every time a program runs, it will spawn corresponding processes. So I just thinking, oh, what if I just kill the process by opening a task manager? But access denied, because here we don't have enough permissions or privileges to conduct this action. We are not administrators. We don't have enough privileges. And then I was thinking if I can uninstall the EDR agents, just opening control panel, but also failed because if we look at the right side, it's a cloud dashboard. When we configuring the EDR agent, here we enable the connector protection. So a password is needed to uninstall the EDR agent. And what about unload the kernel driver? We can either use command prompt or web GUI to locate the EDR kernel driver. But access denied here, GIA2 is just a regular user, not administrators with less privileges. We are not allowed to do this action. And what if take ownership of the executable? I trying to find the path of the executable, and if we look at the built-in users, Rx, R means read, X means execute. So for built-in users, we only have read and execute permissions. We are not allowed to write, which means I can't grant myself with elevated privileges. And I started to look at the HookChain. So what is HookChain? Technically, it allows malware go straightly into the operating systems so that it was not intercepted by EDRs for analysis. Think of it like a security camera installed on every important floor of a building. If someone want to open a door, the camera will record it and send an alert to the security guy sitting in the control room. The HookChain here acts like an attacker. It either smash the camera or throw a cloth over it so that the security guy can't see what's really happening. This is basically how HookChain does. It blinds the ears and the eyes of the EDRs, so malicious activities go unnoticed. In my example, the HookChain is able to inject this is a benign code to a notepad. But the benign code can be replaced by something malicious. For example, if I further replace the malicious code with some reverse shell code, but this time it was immediately blocked. So this method succeeded with a benign code, but future research is needed to invade some when the code is replaced with malicious code. So far we have some failed attempts and some and a successful attempt. And then we're gonna talk about what worked in a most restrictive environment. So before I talk about the techniques I used, I'd like to introduce some background. So what is a shell? This one? No. So a shell is a program that exposes an operating system's services to a human user or other programs. The shell manages the interaction between you and the operating system by prompting you for input. There are different types of shell. We have command line shell, graphic shells, and in Linux, Windows, Unix, we have bash shell, we have CLI shell, we have Z shell, and the graphic shell sits on the top of the operating system and lets user interact with in a visual way. So there are some examples of graphic shell. Now, what is a reverse shell? It's a piece of code, but it establishes a connection initiated from the victim machine to the attacker machine. This method usually can bypass firewall because normally by default, the outbound connections are allowed by default. But if the connection is initiated from the attacker to the victim, it's inbound connections, this time normally blocked by the firewall. And there are also different types of reverse shell based on the network protocol used. We have UDP-based reverse shell, ICMP-based reverse shell, TCP, HTTP-based reverse shell. The first two are intercepted by network intrusion detection system, while the last one provides no real-time interaction. So TCP-based reverse shell are the most commonly used. It provides real-time communication between attacker and victim. It's more stable and it's ideal for interactive sessions. And we can also, based on the type of the shell return, we have system shells, advanced shells such as Meterpreter. And finally, another distinction is whether the reverse shell is encrypted or not. Okay, so let's talk about the fileless attack walkthrough. This is my methodology. So first, I have my payload, but I obfuscate it so that I make it so confusing for the EDR agent to recognize what it really is. And then I host my payload in my attacker machine. I set up a listener to hear the connections if in the future a connection is initiated from the victim to my attacker's machine. And I transfer this payload from my attacker machine to victim machine by setting up a simple HTTP server. And from the victim machine, we fetch our malicious script, malware, or anything else, and we execute our payload in memory by leveraging leaving of the land tools. And if we are lucky, a reverse shell is initiated from the victim machine to our attacker's listener, and then I can have control over the remote control over the victim machine. So this is a screenshot. As we can see, the Cisco's EDR is running properly, but it's not blocking it. So Windows, by default, will not allow unsigned scripts to run. So in order to simulate what an attacker would do in the real life, so the first command, I temporarily disable this execution policy so that I can run my script. And then the second command, download the string, I fetch my malicious payload. Here, it's obfuscated PowerShell script. And I use the IEX. It is an alias for invoke expression. It's a native PowerShell commandlet. It's native. It's built in Windows, built in the PowerShell. Yeah, we just leverage the leaving of the land tools. And it immediately, once it downloads the script, it immediately execute it in memory. And here we can see, this is my attacker's machine. I set up a netcat listener. Here, a connection from the victim machine is successfully connected to my attacker's machine. And I can enumerate the host name, system info, and have remote control over this Windows 11 victim machine. If we go to Cloud Dashboard, this outbound connection is actually logged. Okay, the EDR can see, okay, there is an outbound connection to the remote attacker's IP, but since the script is run in memory, it has no visibility to see what's happening in runtime. It turns out non-obfuscated payload worked as well. So it's more a matter of the script is running everything in memory. It's not touched the disks, so no artifacts are left for the EDRs to to analyze. Here are some failed download methods. So the first one, just manually we click and download it, and we have search util and invoke web request. The last two are the common methods in the PowerShell to download remote script or anything else. But they are all failed. They are all detected, and it said the file was quarantined. So why traditional methods failed? So all of these three write file in the disks. So the first one, if we download something, it immediately downloads to our C/download folder. And the second and the last one are, first of all, they are commonly blocked, heavily signatured, and it writes the file on the disks. So key takeaways. So why this method works, why this fileless attack method works. So first we obfuscate our payload. We obfuscate, make it confusing, and leaving of land tools. And finally, in-memory execution. Yeah, there are some references. Thank you. Any questions? I hope nobody of you gonna ask ChatGPT to try to ask me some questions and try to dump me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, references? Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, so it's wrong memory. There are some memory forensics. I know some volatility. If any of you like do threat hunting or something, volatility will conduct some memory forensics. But here, maybe for this Cisco EDR, oh no, this EDR, it provides no visibility to see what's it's a bug. This is why there is a bug. It provides no visibility in the memory at when the executable runs in runtime. Yeah, but there are some memory forensics tools absolutely can analyze it if we capture everything in advance. Yeah, Pedro. How long? So I got to know this project since last September, and then finished it in January or February. Yeah, but I didn't count. Any more? It's
one. The initial malicious code that you showed was on the host, the laptop, the computer.
Yeah.
How did it get it in the first place?
How did it get it in the first place? You mean how I created my malware, my script, or how it transferred to the host?
How do you transfer to the machine, because it's already bypassed so many steps, which should have been caught and alerted.
Yes, so if I go to the previous slide, this one, the invoke web request, the IEX. So normally I will set up a HTTP server. I have my script in my attacker machine, and I set up a HTTP server, and in my victim machine, here is my IP address. This IEX, this command can fetch my malicious script from the remotely, and it will, once it get download, it will execute immediately in memory.
I get that, but how do you get that on your machine?
Okay. I use it. Yeah.
Cisco by default or any of
Yeah.
You've only allowed outbound connection. So, but how would this initial code get on the machines that you start executing yours?
How does this code? So I prepare my code, the script in Linux, in Kali, that there is a partial call. It's a partial call. It's a Linux version it's a Linux version. So these are partial in Windows. I use a Linux version to write my script, to prepare my script. So nothing will be blocked. Yeah, it's because I prepare everything from in my attacker machine, and so this command it can fetch remote script and execute it in memory. I don't know if I answered your question or not, but if you want to discuss, we can afterwards.
If you wanted to get this on my machine today,
how
would you pull that off?
Oh, okay. So this can be conducted with phishing, for example, phishing and I finally get sorry. English is not my first language. So we can conduct some phishing email. There are lots of methods. Red teaming people can trick you, send you some phishing email, and you click, and it will get downloaded. Okay. Thank you for rephrasing. Thank you for help. Okay. Yeah.
Did you try this on other EDRs as well?
Not really, because at that time this is only the EDR I have access to. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Tom.
So you submitted a bug to Cisco. How long did it take them to fix the bug that you sent them?
Very quick, I think. Yeah. Super quick.
So now the product is better as a result.
Yeah. I think it took less than half a month or a month. Yeah, super quick. And their instance response team, their manager, pretty collaborative as well. Yeah. Yeah, sure. It's in the very front. Yeah, you need to register Cisco, to have access to it. Any more? Okay, credit. Any more questions? Cool. Oh, one more. Do I explain to you Microsoft? Yeah, it's a great question. Yeah, maybe I can try with some. Yeah, I can. Yeah, if I can access to their product, yeah, I can report to them as well. Yeah. Okay. Great. No more questions. Yeah. Actually, I got a plenty. Maybe you could ask. Maybe I could ask you. Just kidding. Let's see for next time. Thank you, everyone.